Blog Talk Radio.
Good evening, everyone. This is me, Jonathan Alexander, and I'm here to host my show, Life After Happiness. Today we have a few people. First of all, my guest is Karen Page. We had a lot of fun last night. Times we brought her back. We have my co-host is Kelly Walters. Are you there, Kelly?
Yeah. Hi.
Okay. And we also have someone else that's been here before. Now she's a regular. Her name is Sandy. Are you there, Sandy?
I am here.
Now, Kelly, I'm going to start with Karen. I want to ask you something because I read your entry in the book, The Top 100 Psychics and Astrologers, and it says here that you started as a bakery psychic. Is that true?
Oh my God, no, honey. I built a bakery for my sister and wound up becoming the psychic baker, but I've been doing this work since I'm 10 and a half years old.
Okay. All right. Okay. Now, didn't you predict...
Oh, no. That's not right.
Okay. Well, I thought it says psychic baker is what it said.
Well, because I wound up having... She didn't want to... when somebody says they wish for something or want something to happen...
Right.
We have to remember the part about them actually having the intention to actually work for that,
Mm-hmm.
So I had my ex-husband was an architect and a builder, and I asked him to please. I commissioned him literally to design a bakery for my sister.
Okay.
And she knew nothing about it. We were giving it to her as a gift.
Wow.
And I took her to lunch once we got it signed off with all the permits. And I took her to lunch to hand her the keys. And she threatened to sue me for stealing her idea. And I went, "What are you, crazy? I'm a psychic. I'm not a baker." And that was the moment I realized, oh, my God, she just doesn't want to work.
Now, where is your sister?
No.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You told me that one time that you were the only one left.
I am it.
Now,
no living family members.
So,
wow.
Does it, I don't know if I've asked you this before, how does it manifest itself with you when you see something?
For me, it literally is like being there. It literally is like being there. I can look out a window in the reading. I see the weather. I can tell you how tall the person is if it's about somebody.
Okay.
I can tell you if they have siblings. I can tell you if they have a good relationship with their parents. I mean, it's very interesting. For me, It literally is like being there.
Well, I was talking to Sandy before the show, and, she's been through a lot. I guess that's an understatement. Is that right, Sandy?
That would be an understatement.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
yes.
why don't you kind of, let's see what happens. Now, Sandy, did you have any questions, or?
Me?
Yeah,
or
no,
Sandy?
Sandy has a question.
Well, I have one right now. Okay, I'm kind of like, I let this guy in after chasing me for like almost 2 years. So far, it's going very, very well. Do you see anything happening any further? Is it going to keep going, or do I just, kiss this one goodbye like the rest of them?
Well, the funny part is, as long as you can deal with him every once in a blue moon being afraid, because he has some issues of closeness that and he's a lovely guy. He's a really nice man. And as long as you don't react or say, "What's wrong with you?" Do you know what I mean? And you can be patient, because he sort of emotionally disconnects once in a while.
Okay.
You know that.
Yeah, I got that already.
Oh, I know that. That's why I said, you know that. And
well,
as long as
here's the thing, he's moving out. He's getting an apartment by December, and he's already acting like I'm moving in with him.
Sweetheart, not yet.
Yeah, that's where. Yeah.
No. You know, I know that he's a guy that thinks he has a plan, but he unfortunately didn't bother asking you.
Right.
You know, and this is going to. You need to take more time because he's quirky. You know, he's quirky. And please forgive me, but you need somebody controlling your life like you need a migraine.
Right.
You've already been through that. And
oh my God.
yeah, thank you very much. And you walked away from a whole lot to have your life back.
Yeah.
So this is you need to find out who he really is. And honestly, the choice of whether he's enough for you or too much for you to put up with will be yours, but you'll know that by the end of April. But moving in with him, oh no, honey.
No, I already got
no,
that.
red alert, bad idea, not now.
Right. And a job thing. I left a good job for another great job, and this shit happened. It didn't work.
Well, I know. Well, they were ahead of themselves. They were way ahead of themselves, the people that hired you. It's like they were no more ready to offer you what they offered you than cows are going to fly. You know, there's a better chance of cows flying. And unfortunately, they overstepped things and were trying to grow too fast.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of infighting at the top.
Okay,
everybody seems to have been pissed off about money.
Yep. And
it is, you'll find another job. Actually, it will come through somebody you already know.
Actually, it did.
That's funny. Well, there's another one coming through somebody you know.
Okay.
Oh, this will be this very difficult period.
Yeah.
By February, you will be doing the happy dance in your living room, Sandy. You will not recognize your life. Talk about some major house cleaning.
No, I'm not to get off of the subject, but I laughed.
I'm sorry.
Happy dance because
she's gonna be doing the happy dance in her living room.
This
has been a long 6 years, Jonathan. She's had a really difficult period.
Yeah, because this is something that's sort of Kelly. You know about that term happy dance, right, Kelly?
Oh yeah.
I love doing the happy dance.
Well, the other day I had a psychic on, and what happened was that Kelly thought, oh, he's just going to have me on, and, he's just, and then I called to make sure she called in, and then right when she called in, I introduced the psychic, and then I said, oh, yes, and Kelly is my co-host. And later on she called me, she goes, well, I did a little happy dance when you said that.
See?
Yeah. Oh, I have a question. I do have a serious. I feel like I can read people. I feel like I can read people.
Right.
I don't know how to like I can feel things. I can feel what they're feeling, and I can see things that are gonna happen. Is that just me, or is that real?
Well, wait a minute. Okay, people. First of all, this is just the Karen Page belief. Okay, I believe everybody is psychic. Okay,
right.
Some people are psychic a little bit, and some people are psychic for miles. Okay. But everybody has a gift. And if you will notice, when you are going through the most complicated periods in your life, that is when it always shows up for you. You are much more in tune when you are under, unfortunately, a lot of stress.
Yeah.
And it's great when you can listen to that and know what is yours and what is not yours. Okay? It doesn't mean you're supposed to go and fix everybody's life like you think you're supposed to do. You know?
Right.
That's not your job, honey. You know?
I try.
I know you do. But I'm telling you, that's very normal. That makes perfect sense to me.
Okay.
That it's something that is when you're very stressed out, that's when you are most open to it, to other people's energy and issues, and you become super sensitive.
To be honest, you know, I was kind of worried about Sandy today. Me and Kelly both were. I mean,
really?
Well, I mean,
yeah.
Well, I mean, not to embarrass Sandy or anything, but
no, I understand.
But this is just like, I mean, you want to explain why we were worried, Kelly, or?
Well, it felt like everything was kind of coming to a head today with, you know, one thing after another that has happened.
Oh, you mean the house cleaning? The letting go?
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
that.
Yeah, it's just that, you know, it's like having a friend say things and you want to make sure you're worried, you know, you want to be there for that friend. It's just that you were saying things earlier, Sandy, and you know, I guess it kind of startled us a little bit. That's why, you know, we were concerned.
Honey, she is stronger than probably 10 people combined. She's lost a lot. She's lost a lot of people. She's been disappointed. The last 6 years, if she could get through those, this is a cakewalk. And I'm not kidding. In February, she will wake up and go, wow. I mean, you won't recognize your life, sweetheart, in all the right ways. And a lot of what has happened, a lot of the losses that you thought you could have changed, not your job, honey, had nothing to do with you. That was their journey. You hear me?
Yeah. I'm a fixer.
I know that. Well, you can retire your Band-Aids now. Do this for yourself. Do this for yourself.
Okay.
Okay? And stop worrying about everybody else, honey.
I've done it for 20, 30, 40 years, you know.
I know, but it's a bad habit that you need to break. It's your turn. You know, the Burger King phase, have it your way.
Well, I want it my way. Believe me, that's why I want to know, am I ever going to get married again?
Yeah, but that's not right now. That's not right now.
No, not by any means, no.
And honey, he would have to do a lot of growing. It ain't him. He's just a placeholder.
So should I even waste my time? I've dated so many men. I'm like done over.
Sweetheart, I know that, but you know what? Wouldn't you rather find the right one?
Yeah, I would.
Good. Well, take care of you first. I'm serious. Because it's not about that. He will come along when you are least looking for him.
I don't even feel like I am right now, to be honest.
Honey, I didn't say you were.
Oh,
I
no,
said
I know.
the one will come along when you are least looking for anybody. When you are happy with your life. And that's coming. But can you please just relax and just relax. I mean, no jumping ahead here. The program has an order to it, you know. It's like
I know. my friend Kelly and I were, kind of texting last night, and I gave her some information, and I don't know if she wants to share that, but.
Oh, I'm fine with it.
Well, I just want to know if I'm right, or what you feel about what we had talked about. If you want to tell her, Kelly, what other people have told you. I mean,
well, I think that that Jared is afraid of like a miscarriage and what it did to me before, and maybe it's not that he doesn't want to have kids; it's that he's afraid of what might happen if we try it again. And
I think she's absolutely right, sweetheart. But he can't share those emotions with you yet. He is. Do you remember when I said to you, there's fear driving the bus right now?
Yeah.
And he is scared to death, but he can't tell you that he's scared. So I agree with her 1,000%.
Okay.
And you know what? I want to ask you a question. If you could not have a child, okay, would you still want to be with him?
Yeah.
That's the answer right there.
I see a baby girl with him.
I do too, but that's not the point. Okay? The whole point is that she needs to get past his inability right at this moment to express how he feels. Because I'm with you 1,000%, Sandy, on that.
I see a girl happening by accident.
No.
Oh, see, I don't believe in accidents, and
I think you know what I mean. Not by accident, by
No, I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
My hairs are like standing up.
You can ask 2 questions, Jonathan. It's your show.
What I'm trying to say is that we have a caller. Is it okay if I take a caller?
Oh, yay!
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, caller, you on the air.
Thank you, guys. How are you today?
Excellent. How about you?
Hello, I'm doing great.
That's a perfect answer.
All right.
What's your question?
One question is in regards to my future love life. I just wanted to see what you pick up.
You're hilarious.
I am
future.
Yeah, future.
That's what I like that.
I'm not looking for anything right now, but.
Well, the interesting thing is it feels like you know the guy that you're going to be with already.
Really?
Isn't that interesting? Yeah, but the relationship doesn't feel... The relationship is not that relationship right now, but you know him.
Oh, okay.
He's around you. He's in your life, but not in an ooh baby kind of way. You know?
Okay.
But it feels like somebody you have known for a while. This doesn't feel like a new relationship, sweetheart. This feels like somebody you've known.
Okay.
And has been a part of your life. Isn't that interesting? I love that.
Very.
This will come as such a shock. This will be such a shock for you when he tells you how he feels about you. And he'll tell you he has always felt that way about you, by the way. I love that stories.
No.
Why are you laughing?
I'm sorry?
What, dear?
I was asking her why she's laughing.
Because of what she says. She said that he's going to express himself and tell me how he feels. So that makes me laugh on my end.
Okay.
That's so sweet. Well, you will be very happy, and this will be literally the most fun, joyful relationship you've ever had in your life.
Do you know when this is going to happen?
Well, she won't be ready for it for a minute. Of course, that's a Karen Page minute, but she has a lot of things to finish up.
Okay.
You're right.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
You are 100% right. I cannot disagree. Yeah. Okay. So I have to go to court December 10th because of my landlord. I did speak with a lawyer, explained to him everything. He said things look like it's in my favor, and I should ask the judge for at least a 6-month stay. Do you think it will be granted to me?
Do you want the truth or do you want Disneyland?
I want the truth. Because I need to prepare for it.
I think you definitely need to prepare for it, honey, because I don't think the judge is going to give you that.
How much do you? I kind of agree. So what would you say?
I think if you get 60 days, I think that will be incredibly generous on their part. In their mind, it will be incredibly generous.
Mhm.
So I wish I could tell you yes, but that's not what I see.
Okay, because the space that I'm running...
You need to start thinking about, start making future plans.
That's fine. Okay.
All right.
That's fine. Okay.
Okay, sweetie. Well, good luck. I wish you happy holidays and have a wonderful rest of the year.
Okay.
Okay. You too.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Bye, dear.
Now, for example, when you're talking to several people at once, like you're doing right now, like 2 people, is it any different? Like, for instance, if you see something with Karen, are you able to tell? Kelly, are you able to tell if it's Kelly or Sandy, or?
Oh, everybody's energy is completely different.
I know, I understand that, but like you were saying that you thought that Jared was afraid because of the miscarriage, right?
Well, I don't. I think he's terrified because this is a time of tremendous change in his life. And he is, what, sweetheart?
That makes sense. Yeah, there's been a lot
and it feels
things,
like, oh my God, it feels like he has just doesn't know what to do first,
Yeah, probably.
And a baby is something that's sort of not, it's like, can we talk about that later? I don't think he can even, I don't think he can even think about that right now. And honestly, I think that it's hard for him to say, I want it to just be us.
Okay. Yeah.
Because he loves you in a way that he has never felt this kind of love before in his life.
Okay.
And
good.
He has a trust of you that he has never had before with anyone in his life.
Yeah.
Well, I have a.
I'm thinking. Sorry. I'm thinking he's probably with that, like, not wanting to, like, rock the boat and change anything right now.
Oh, I promise you that's true, sweetheart. I promise you that is true. I'm sorry. Let me just finish this one sentence, Jonathan.
That's okay. I have a question.
He wants. You can ask too. Remember, it's your show.
I know.
He wants. He doesn't want to lose this romantic, the freedom you have together. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you have a very, excuse me for stepping in, okay? You have a very sexy, love-filled relationship.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, Jelly Bean?
Yeah, and so a baby being up 24/7 when it's crying and stuff doesn't really fit into that real well.
He doesn't want to lose that magical thing you have between you, and that doesn't come along real often.
Do you?
And wait a second. I'm not talking about only the physical elements of it. I'm talking about the emotional connection between the two of you.
Oh yeah.
It's very powerful.
This is my question, and this question is not just for my benefit, but it's for Kelly's benefit, and maybe even Sandy's possibly. I am, Kelly recently told me, and I don't know if I'm saying this right. She said that doing the show is one of the happiest times in her life.
Yeah, I believe that.
And, and just so you know, I told you one time my birthday was May 28th, and then you responded, "Oh, you little Gemini, you." Well, her birthday is December the 4th, and Kelly's birthday is October 28th, just so that you know where.
Right.
And
we're a colorful group.
I guess what I want to do.
Right. I'm Scorpio.
What I want to do is I want the show to continue to grow. I want it to continue to develop. I mean, we're also trying on a new video software.
Nice.
And because we'd like to be able to, I mean, if you ever want to test out the video software with us, Karen, that'd be great. Because we, maybe do.
Sure.
That'd be great. And have Sandy there too. The thing is,
yay! It'll be a party.
I want to know where you see the show going in, say, a year, as far as me and Kelly is concerned.
Honey, you won't recognize the show. You're going to be, and I know you're going to laugh at me, Jonathan. You're going to need to, excuse the expression, really keep a calendar.
Well, we already do.
No, honey. I mean, you're going to at 10 o'clock. You're going to have to be here, and at 11 you're going to have to be there, and you'll have meetings and interviews. And
I'm hoping for events. Is what I'm hoping for, events.
Wow.
Because there's this software, there's like talking about having an event for people, like 50,000 people that watch the event.
Oh, absolutely.
And that's what I want to do. This is for Kelly, as well, is I want to make sure Kelly, has been our chakra lady, and she's been, I didn't realize that I could make somebody that happy with the show. I thought that it was just going to be something that she enjoyed or something, and
that's
I think
so funny.
Sandy has the bug. I think Sandy does. I don't know. Do you have the bug, Sandy?
I do.
Yay!
Well,
that's so sweet. Jonathan, I want to say something, okay? Do you know how nice it is to have a place that people, it'll become the go-to place?
Yes.
That's what you're building.
Yes, that's true.
So,
wow.
it will take a minute. It's another Karen Page minute to build it so people know what it is.
Yeah, I know.
But I'm telling you, it'll be worth it.
Now, do you have anything to add to that, Kelly and Sandy?
For me, I don't know if we should. I mean, obviously, we should stick with Life, Laughter, Happiness, because that's the name of the also what we're basing it on,
absolutely.
Things we're uplifting. But do you see us branching not away from, but adding to, like, the psychic type aspect, the psychic UFOologist,
all the elements of the work. Absolutely.
Yeah. We want to.
Do you see us also branching into, like, near-death experiences and, like, uplifting, like, hospice stories and maybe medical fields?
All
and
of it.
Good.
All of it.
Okay. Do you have anything to add, Sandy? Do you have anything
because
to add?
every one of the practices are fingers on the same hand.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That makes sense.
Do you have anything to add, Sandy?
No, I agree with Karen. Everything.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure you had a chance to chime in.
Yeah, no, it all entangles. It's all
absolutely. And I'm always amazed when people say, I have a funny story, a real quick story I'm going to share with you guys. Years ago, I had a meeting at one of the big networks, okay? And I had read for the vice president of the network and of television and told her something that literally saved her father's life, okay? And she and I became very dear friends, and I still to this day, I read for her. And so she set up this meeting. She said, I want my boss to meet you. And her boss was the head of television there, okay? Mm-hmm. And the woman says to me, you guys are going to love this. So I meet her staff. She had 8 people working for her, poor dear. And I come in, and we got along famously, the staff and I. And all of a sudden, the woman who is, guys are going to love this, Jonathan, you particularly, she's 45 minutes late for the meeting.
Oh.
Okay? You know that in poker they call it a tell?
Yeah.
And she walked in, and everybody that worked for her looked so excited, right? And she said, so tell me about your show. So I started telling her, and she looks at me, and she said, so do you talk to dead people? I looked at her, and I said, actually, I prefer speaking to the living. I said, you know, but if they show up in someone's reading, of course I'll let them know, you know. I won't ignore them, you know. And she went, oh, I was hoping you talked to dead people. I said to her, honey, don't you have enough people on TV doing that? She said, what? I said, never mind. You just want another mouse, right?
Oh, yeah.
Another
yeah.
mouse. What's another mouse?
2 guesses.
I don't know what that is.
She wants somebody just like, well, there's a famous story, okay, that Disney wanted another Mickey Mouse because it was so successful.
Right.
She wanted another mouse.
Right.
Oh,
and couldn't have it.
But you know,
right.
actually, another thing I was going to say about that is, I there are jokes about that involving the paranormal. You know, one time I thought I was interviewing a time traveler, and before I was going to call the time traveler, I was telling my family, I said, I'm about ready to call a time traveler. I'm going to tell him to call me 20 minutes ago.
I like it. Well, I'm always so amazed that people don't realize that we are human beings.
Well, it is hard.
I've walked into meetings with people, and the people that they're meeting with, I'm introduced as their colleague, because it is the last thing on the planet anyone would ever think I do when they meet me.
Correct.
Well, you know, but I wanted to ask you something. Speaking of colleague, I wanted to ask you about something. You know, I have I think we talked about this before. I think I called you once and I talked to you about a television series I was proposing and the treatment that I wrote. I have the treatment written, but I was thinking of enlisting Kelly's help and looking over it.
Okay, and
I mean, do you think that we and her would be a good team together like we are on the radio?
Well, don't be upset when I say this right now, okay?
No.
I think her life is going to change in amazing that was the word I was going to use, Sandy. I was going to say in amazingly dramatic ways. And I don't know if she'll really have the time.
Okay.
But you know, my theory is go for it, and you know, because this is a whole different story, doing the radio show together.
Yeah, I understand.
And building that. but television's a whole different animal.
Well, yeah, and the video is kind of, I think the only reason I wanted to do the video route is because nobody sits around and listens to Seinfeld reruns on the radio. And I just, Kelly, when she heard I was doing the radio show, she was like leaning, and I didn't realize she was doing this. She was like watching the radio show with this feeling of, I want to do this. I won't be asking for help. I hope he has, I don't want to be doing something. And then Kelly down the road is like looking in, going, I hope he asks me for help. I hope. You understand what I'm saying, Kelly, right? I mean,
absolutely.
Yeah.
So that is the only issue, is it feels like it would be time and energy constraint, because I think she's about to get like crazy, super busy.
Well, yeah.
Okay. One question I have, which might kind of follow along that line, is obviously having a baby is like a huge fork in the road, like do you or don't you kind of a thing, and life turns dramatically in one direction. Focus on the baby if that happens, and I don't want it to take anything away from Jared or his daughter or my career or my animals, and I'm wondering if I did have a baby, if I'd be able to balance it all, or if something would start sliding, because I really don't want to have anything slide. Maybe I should rethink the whole baby thing.
Well, I definitely think you should rethink it, sweetheart. Because, honestly, it's funny. I always believed I would have a child, okay? I thought I was going to have one son, okay? And then all of a sudden, life happens, and I'm living all over the world. And all I could think of later on was, boy, if God didn't know what he was doing, I couldn't have children. I just never knew that.
Oh.
Yeah, and I always thought I would have a child, and I've always had kids in my life. I had all of my friends have children. I wrote the stories for a literacy program for LA Unified School District. It's like I've always had children in my life. I have 33 god kids.
Wow.
It's funny. I want to jump in. I actually told, and actually the only reason I say this is because I know Karen, that you have a boyfriend, right?
Yes.
And
he's an
you're
angel.
Gonna love this. What?
He's an angel.
But you're gonna love this. I actually was telling Kelly, and she's gonna love this. I'm really mentioning this on the air, partly to kind of embarrass her, but because she's like it's cute. I was gonna do a show on her birthday, and I was gonna make sure that Jared was there with her, rubbing her feet and feeding her grapes.
Oh.
And I thought, I should do a show. Actually, what we should do is on that very show, we should have you there and have your boyfriend there playing with your hair and massaging your neck. Or something.
He is my gift from God and my mother. I'm not kidding.
Okay. Oh, I'm jealous.
I thank God every day.
I'm jealous. Okay.
No, honey, your turn's coming, and if you think we got to this point easy, think twice. Remember the part about taking out the trash? You have to do all of that and be happy by yourself in your life. And then it's amazing how they find us, and the universe puts us together.
We'll do maybe we'll do one with Sandy meets her guy. We can do one with her sitting in a hot tub or something. I don't know.
Right.
There we go. Yeah.
Hi, fellas. Yeah.
And maybe another 4 years from now, but it's all right.
I love it. That's hilarious.
But I just wanted.
Yeah, that's exactly what she had in mind.
I wanted to put her in the description of the show. Kelly will be sitting will be laying in a chair. Her feet will be rubbed by Jared, and he will be feeding her and peeling her grapes. And
Jesus, that's hilarious. That is utterly hilarious, Jonathan.
So
her birthday is December the 4th.
Where do you see Jonathan in a relationship?
You know, he's so scared to death of being in a relationship. What the heck would he do with one, sweetheart?
Yeah, that is true. I just got burned. So, I mean,
I'm so sure of that. I know that.
Yeah, but you got to understand, I mean, there are people,
honey,
that I do.
And when you're ready, the right girl will walk into your life and literally show up. I mean, because that is how it happens.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't had much success with the Plenty of Fish. I haven't had much success with that website. I keep running into women who do this to me. They, this wonderful, beautiful picture, and then I'll sell them. I want to go and get in touch with them, and then they always message me. They want to chat with me on some other website, and that's ridiculous.
Oh, that's weird.
They tell me that they obviously don't read my profile. I'll say I don't want.
Well,
kids.
I have to tell you a very quick story. Okay, and I want you to make notes, Jonathan.
Sure.
Okay. I met my boyfriend on a bet. Okay, because I'm the girl that would never do. I just never did online dating. I had no interest in it because I thought, those are the guys that say, I want to walk down the beach, hold your hand, and go ballroom dancing with you in a tuxedo. Really? I'm thinking that's not who you are. And they show up, and they've got the grabby gropies, and all they want to do, we've all had that experience.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And they lie about who they are, and I'm not that person. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So my friends made a bet with me. Okay, that because I was the only person that any of them ever knew that would not do online dating. Okay, and the reason is because I had heard every horror story on the planet from all my friends, right? So I went. The only one I knew of was Match.com, right? So I go on Match.com and I put a profile picture of myself where I am 170 pounds heavier than I am now.
Oh, wow.
Sitting in my garden in Paris when I lived in Europe, okay? And then my profile went like this. Hi, I am a psychic. Yes, a real one. If that does not work for you, please do not contact me. I am a tall, big girl. If that does not work for you, please do not contact me. Okay? If you do not have a sense of humor, please do not contact me. If you do not have your own identity, definitely do not contact me. I am born and will die a liberal. If that does not work for you, definitely don't contact me. Right. I am Jewish. I am non-convertible. I don't care what religion you are. If that does not work for you, do not contact me. It went on and on and on like that. Okay? And it's like if you don't like to laugh, if you don't like people, if you don't own a passport and haven't traveled anywhere, definitely don't contact me.
Right.
Actually,
if you don't have your own identity, don't contact me.
When I made my profile, this is what I said. I said, this is a love letter that you will not get from me. I've been thinking about you so much that between writing love letters for you and working at the local mortuary, I haven't had a bath in 6 months.
That's what I'm talking about, Jonathan.
and I'm like, I just, I've told the women that, they look at me like, oh God, that's just awful. I haven't had
oh my God, I think it's utterly hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't between working as a mortician and I just haven't bathed in 6 months. It was really affected my mortician
Oh my
job.
God, that's funny.
And I'm thinking that has got to be the worst thing. It's just the image that puts in women's mind.
See, but I like that if they can deal with that, or they want somebody that's afraid of a piece of lint,
I'm not saying it was true. I'm just saying that it's like, this is a love letter you will not get from me, And then I said that. I said, now, aren't you happy I did it? I'm not really going to send that to you. I mean, it was just, it's just, but I've actually told, I mean, I don't know, just, I think what it is that I think dating is kind of hard because, you have this instinct to want to compliment women and make them feel better about themselves.
Really?
I do.
Where?
Really?
I went on a dating site, and in a matter of 8 hours, I had over 1,000 people that wanted to meet me.
That's hilarious.
And you know what it was all about? It's all about sex.
Oh, Lord.
Sorry. You're beautiful. Oh, I will take you out. You know what? I don't have time for you. I make my own money. I am a strong, independent woman. You cannot handle this.
That's very funny because that's why it's like if they and I the last thing I put on the profile, if you want somebody different, any different than who I am, definitely do not contact me. Good luck.
Yeah.
And it's like, because the rest of it, it's like, what is going on in their brain? It's not a real question.
No.
Yeah.
No, it really truly is not. No. No.
It's like when you tell
like
people.
It was 25 years ago.
No, definitely not. And when you tell people who you are and this is who I am and that you're comfortable with yourself, why is that a problem?
Because they want change. They think they can.
You know what? Then they should, and honey, that's exactly who they should go find.
Well, exactly, because it's not going to happen here. So you move on. You're wasting my time and.
Well, the truth is, why would anybody, men or women, want to be with somebody that wants somebody different than who they're with? That's who they should go be with. Every time someone asks me why I wasn't angry at my ex-husband, I said, why in the world would I be angry? I don't want to carry that crap around.
Well,
and why would I ever want to be with somebody that doesn't want to be with me?
There you go.
I have no interest. I'm not going to convince you to make somebody love you.
I agree with you. I think the one thing I will say is love tends to encourage love with me. I mean, it's sort of like, in relationships that I've had, when there's been love on both sides, it tends to make it grow, and it's. But they also, there is. I have decided though that whatever woman I get involved with, she has to share my love for the paranormal. And
well, honey, if she doesn't,
why
then
is
that's
that?
a ridiculous battle. What in the world would you be doing with her?
Yeah.
If she did not respect that, that's like somebody not being a psychic. It's like that day's never going to come. You want somebody that says, "Hi, hon, you want peas or mashed potatoes? How was your day, you big strong guy?" Go find that person.
Go away. Yeah.
It ain't me, babe. And if you want somebody that works at Ralph's, I've had people ask me, so what do you really do?
Oh.
And I say, I know it's hard to believe, but this actually is my real job. And they go, really? It's like, yeah, and they're shocked that I'm not the gypsy on the pier and don't walk in with a turban and a cape with my hand out going, hello, I am Madame Zaza. I mean,
yeah.
Do you see anything with my boys? Anytime in the future? They're older and.
Yeah, well, you have two, right?
I do.
That's what I thought. Okay. Well, one of them is fiercely independent and very much his own person.
Yeah.
And the other one, not so. Boy, they are as opposite as chalk and cheese. It's astonishing.
Yes.
It is astonishing, sweetheart.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And the Mr. Fiercely Independent, and I can do he thinks he's Superman. He needs to put the cape away for a minute, because it makes him. It gives him this very aggressive part to his personality, which isn't necessary. He's like crazy smart,
Oh my God.
But he's just difficult. He makes himself difficult to get along with.
Yeah.
And forgive me, but that's going to be a hard lesson for him, because he's not going to always get everything his way, because he makes himself difficult to get along with. And when he realizes that you don't always need to be right,
yeah.
I know that's an enormous conflict for him.
Right.
And the other one, really, I mean, he is as sweet can be, and as sensitive and as kind, and he's the artist in the family.
Yes.
And just as lovely. And it's funny because he is, I almost want to use, talk about opposite. He's almost shy,
He is.
with people.
Yeah.
Yes, he feels very, I just want to hug him,
Yeah.
And
he's
I mean, he's lovely, and he is going to find great success in his life. And the funny part is, it's going to come through the most unusual door, when he is not even running around looking for it, And the truth is, it will have to find him, because he's not going to be hunting it down.
Now, I have a question. This is about the show. Do you see the show being monetized, like a source of income for me and Kelly?
Yes, kind sir, I do.
When
it's what?
It will take a couple of years for it to get to that place.
Okay.
But it will definitely get to that place. And it's so interesting because, Jonathan, I know you can't see it right now, but the show will wind up becoming global.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow.
You mean on television or like on YouTube?
Well, it'll probably that's what I was going to say. It'll probably be internet digital.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
Well,
I'm
going to want you there with
thinking.
me, Kelly. I'm going to want you there with me, Kelly, if that happens.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. She will be.
Oh, good. Thank you. Yeah. This will be great.
Yeah.
And,
yay!
Yeah.
I love happy stories.
I'm excited. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited. That's a great idea, Jonathan, and it's so timely, especially now.
Yeah.
And it's the perfect time to do it, because then it becomes, and I've always called it this, one-stop shopping. It is because for everything that's paranormal, and it's funny. I think every really good reader can do all of. I read tarot. I do astrology. I read regular playing cards. The joke is I can read the ether. I mean, those are only tools to get to the same information.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean, Jelly Bean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's funny because I just ordered a tarot card set for chakras, and I
love them.
Oh, good. And I also have signed up to do an astrology course tomorrow.
Oh, that's
wow.
great.
That's one
Can
of
I
our
tell you,
that we've had.
it is such a wonderful thing to know as many of the practices. There are certain things that I don't do, and I leave it to the experts, like palmistry and that kind of stuff. That's a real art. But when it comes to, I'm a really good astrologer, and I'm really good at all the other practices. but they were out of curiosity that I learned them.
Yeah.
You know? And I have friends that are readers in every possible medium. No pun intended.
Wow. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm curious about numerology, so I'm reading up, and then it's like, I hear people read tea leaves. I'm like, how do you do that?
Oh, my God, yeah, honey. That's very, very normal.
Wow.
Yeah,
okay.
I see the number.
I read coffee ground.
Day.
Oh, my God.
I read coffee ground.
Wow. How do you pick that up? How do you pick that up? I mean, they don't have classes, do they?
No, they don't. Not that I know of. The truth is, it's a really interesting art, and it started in the Middle East.
Oh.
Yeah, and there's a special kind of coffee because their coffee's different than ours. And you drink the the person that the reading is for, you drink the coffee, and till the little that's left with the grounds at the bottom of the cup, and you swirl it around, and then you turn it upside down. And you will be astounded at what you see in the bottom of the cup and on the sides of the cup.
Now, I've heard that the Greek culture is very into this.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And there is a lady that we're thinking about having on soon. She's a Playboy playmate named Susie, very much into the paranormal, and she's recommended a few of our guests, and the ufologist and a psychic. It may be something to ask her about. I don't want to make stereotypes, but I mean,
by all means, you know what? No, but that is definitely that culture. Absolutely.
Wow. Awesome. Like, the one thing I know that I won't do is anything to do with the Ouija board or anything anybody says is like black magic or dark magic or, something like that.
But sweetheart, I have to say something to you. The Ouija board, I was thrown off a Ouija board. Okay?
Whoa.
I mean, I'm not kidding. I was thrown off a Ouija board. Whatever was coming through said, "You do not need me. You don't need this." And it was like, I thought it would be just interesting, And it was. But the spirit didn't want me on there because I didn't need it. And it was like, because I'm what's called a clear channel.
Okay.
And I don't need that.
I have one question. I always wonder. I see the number 1111 all the time.
Oh, that's hilarious! I'm an 11.
Yeah, I see it every morning, every night, every day, and I was very close with my dad in the past. And
I'm not surprised.
I know, and I relate. So I talk to him every day.
He's still around.
I do. So
okay,
is that him?
Well, yeah, because it's 11 is a very powerful number. It's the most spiritual of earthly numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So that'd be my bet. He's all over your life, though, honey.
Really?
Yeah. It's so funny. He's all over your life. You're never. The nice part is when they go to the next world.
Mm-hmm.
They don't need a passport. They don't need to deal with TSA at the airport. They don't need to take a train, a boat. They just show up. When I lived in Brazil, my mother, who was gone many years at that point, came to visit and sat down right next to me on the bed.
Yeah.
Put her hand on my hand. And my mother will be gone 37 years. This Christmas, December 23rd. And honest, honey, I've never had a day alone in my life.
And I haven't either. I knew that day. I brought him home. I knew he was dying. I knew he was dead that night.
Well, you were a real gift for him because he had a very, very difficult upbringing.
Yeah.
And you were his gift.
Not to jump in, but we have about 20 seconds left.
No, say it isn't so. Oh.
Sorry.
Well,
I mean, we'll have to have you back to do to test the video software, Karen. I mean, and
absolutely, Dolly.
And we'll do that with Sandy if she likes it, as well as Kelly. Okay.
Yay! I would love that. I love you, girls. Jonathan, I'm sending you a big hug.
What you think?
Love you.
Thank you.
Bye.